So those are tiny Kylie's individual measurements. Is that millimetres?
That's inches.
That was a joke.
Sorry, let's do that again.
Point that one out.
I'm blonde, remember?
And what did all this cost? I mean, what does the kind of outfit cost, say, for that video?
Not as much as I should have really charged, if I'd have known.
Can you retro charge a bit more?
Yeah. I remember at the time, I think I got about £1,000 or something, and, you know, and it was about 3 months' work, but at the time I was like, wow, it's brilliant money, you know.
So that's quite cheap, isn't it, £1,000?
It is really, yeah. A lot of times I've done things for people and they just say, you know, can we have it or whatever. And,
but Kylie was different?
She was, yeah. If you're kind of like a young, sort of struggling designer, you know, how can you make things for pop stars and give them away, you know, for free? It's just sort of it doesn't work in my mind really. You can't survive, you know. So many times I've made stuff for people and it's for shoots or this, that and the other, and they're like, oh, can we just have that then? And it's like, what? I'm poor, I've just made you a leather tracksuit, you're a millionaire, and you won't pay me.
The image created by Fida Ran helped make Can't Get You Out of My Head the most played song on radio in 2001, contributing half of Kylie's £2 million from song royalties.
In the morning on Kitty's telly, she's the sugar-coated pop princess. And yet if you go down the newsstands, you'll see her, she's the sexy cover girl on Lads Mags. But it's nighttime where she really scores. She is the disco diva of the gay nightclubs. Now, that's been a great market for her to cultivate. Some people say the pink pound is worth, say, 6, 7, 8 billion. They've been a very loyal fan base for her. They were buying her records all the way through the mid-90s and late 90s, where things were going pretty badly for her.
I think we've seen Kylie sort of come a long way. She's not like one of those manufactured pop stars that sort of popped out perfect. We sort of saw her start on Neighbours many years ago as Charlize and... Charlize? Yes. Charlene. Oh dear. No. I was only 2.
We knew that a large part of her following was gay because, just as a coincidence, the sort of records we were making were appealing in that area.
How much of a floor filler is Kylie at 2 o'clock on Saturday morning?
She's huge, absolutely huge. I don't think I play a set to a big dance floor without playing, you know, a Kylie track.
Bigger than Madonna?
Possibly. Madonna's still enormous.
This is a major statement you're making.
As far as Clubland is concerned, at the moment, it's been Kylie mania here for the last couple of years, and I think on a dance floor in a club, particularly on the gay scene, Kylie is the winner.
There may only be one Kylie, but there are hundreds of Kylie impersonators, although Kylie Minogue can claim to be a cut above the rest.
You're very lucky being Kylie's build then, because if you were 6'2", it would be a bit more of a struggle.
Well, yeah, if I was like, you know, sort of larger and broader, it just would look nice. But yeah, I suppose that's a big plus, because yeah, if I was tall or really muscly or something, it just wouldn't come down as well.
So is it a struggle to keep the Kylie frame then?
No.
Is it a muesli diet and lots of running?
No, it's just uncanny that it's my natural shape, you know what I mean? I haven't had it enhanced.
How does she react to you? Has she ever met you and seen you before?
Oh yeah, a few times. And a few people have gone up to her and said, oh, you know, you look like Millie and, you know, all that sort of stuff. So, no, she loves it. She's my #1 fan and I'm hers.
Say you won't leave me no more. I'll take you back again.
When you're fussy like I am, I don't like to do things by halves. Of course, you know, you can't buy all of, like, designer stuff all the time, but majority of pieces you can't get unless you get the real thing, you know what I mean? It's just like buying, say, a Louis Vuitton bag. You know, you can have the imitation, but it looks like imitation. It's like the real thing is always the better. Sometimes you can get away with it and be a bit sort of like, you know, there's a couple of outfits that Dolce & Gabbana did for her. Those sort of things would have been about a few $1,000s for her to buy. You can make it for sort of, you know, $20. So, yeah, so those sort of things you can get away with, but other things you really do have to buy the expensive version.
But it's still a profitable business for you, is it? Being...
Oh yeah, well, I make it back, so it's not a problem.
Artistic director David Atkins gave Kylie perhaps her biggest and campest success. He asked her to be the face that closed the 2000 Sydney Olympics.
We set out to celebrate the Games, so there was a certain amount of irreverence that needed to be injected into it, and campery and just fun.
Now, the feathers, the dunks and green, did Kylie ever say to you, hang on a minute, this is a bit camp?
I don't think Kylie's ever said that to anybody. She didn't actually have an active role in the creative side of it, other than the fact that she'd agreed with what we'd done. We had a very skilled creative team on the production, and she had some input into bits and pieces as it went along the way, but everyone was pretty happy with what was being delivered. I'm sure she would have been nervous because it was a huge crowd, not only the local crowd in the stadium of 110,000 people, but there's 2.5 billion that were watching it.
Did she show any nerves?
Well, I think all of them were apprehensive beforehand, but certainly not once she got out into the arena. I think once she got out there and basking in the glow of the audience's affection for her, she just did what she always does.
Since proving that she's the world's favourite showgirl, Kylie started doing more and more lucrative live tours, netting her £7 million. So, taking into account the money Kylie's earned from performing, pouting, posing, promoting and property investing, and deducting living expenses, tax and comfy travel, Liquid Assets can exclusively reveal that cheeky Kylie's kitty is worth £30 million. Despite those diva-like strops and plenty of flops, Kylie remains firmly on top of the celebrity A-list. But what of the future?
There's a great deal of goodwill for Kylie out there. People seem to love her. She can't abuse that, she can't throw it away.
We like people who are a bit vulnerable in this country, I think. I don't think we like our winners to win all the time.
I just love the fact that she's embraced so many different looks and different styles as she's gone on. She's not been frightened to try things.
Maybe in time she'll crack the movies as well. You know, maybe 50s and 60s she'll turn into a great movie star.
But with a new album out and rumours of her engagement, only Kylie knows what the future holds.